Only segments of it.
So what did you think about the fact that...
Whoa. Only segments of it. Why didn't he watch the whole thing? What was he really doing? No. All right. Let me go ahead. Was he at Mar-a-Lago for the big, all right, whatever.
This interview today, which Elon Musk just tweeted it out saying right now, if you type in, Rob, if you go on Google right now, YouTube, and you type in Rogan and Trump, if you just go on YouTube, okay, just go on YouTube Fresh, Rob. Close it. Go to YouTube Fresh. This is the homepage. Just go brandnewyoutube.com. And if you can go there, Rob, and just type in Rogan Trump, and the first one should come up because it's got 30 plus million. Zoom in a little bit so we can see it. Okay, zoom in a little bit if you can see it, Rob. There you go.
Don't see it.
So The Hill, 30,000 views. MSNBC, no, at the top. MSNBC 176. The Hill 422. Let's go a little bit lower to see what's next. So the next one is still not him. That's Watch Mojo, not him.
None of them.
That's A Thoughts on the podcast that he does with Bravo and others. Not him. That's a clip. Not him. Then CNN keep going. Not him.
All right, let's do it ourselves, guys. Let's do it together. Let me go ahead and exit this. We're on mine because that's Rob's. Okay, this isn't like, and I'm not signing out. Okay, maybe I'll sign out. First, let's do Rogan. And see, the problem is I have looked at Rogan and Trump. And I mean, yeah, it's not him, but like, I don't know, guys. Let me know, man. I think the right wing is starting to get on my nerves. Like, where it's like all the time, like, see, they're suppressing it. Okay, maybe that's not what they're going to say, right? It is kind of like, why isn't that there as the first thing? But that's happened to me with stuff before. But then I have to go write full interview. So maybe if we put interview, and then 35 million? Wow. No, this isn't being. Come on, y'all. 35 million views? Wow. This has to be a record. Let's just go back to what they were saying. Wow.
Not him.
Okay, we get
not
it.
him. Not the podcast.
Okay.
Can do it the way you did it.
Unbelievable.
To go to the filter of views, to solve for the most views. Tell me how this makes any sense. The most viewed interview is 34 million views in 2 days. And you mean to tell me if I type in Rogan and Trump, I cannot see it on the channel here? So from the clips that you saw, thoughts on some of the clips, thoughts on the whole event that took place, the podcast.
I have a few. First, the thought that a Nazi and fascist would be willing to subject himself to hours of grilling that he had no idea where it would go is unlikely.
I cannot stand what the right has become. Gonna come out and say it. Don't care. Y'all could go ahead and I don't care. What do you want me to do? I'm not a leftist, man. I just don't care. I'm so sick of hearing this. We get it. Trump is not Hitler. Okay, moving the freak on. Did we need Dennis Prager to tell us this? Like, I'm just so tired of it. Like, it's like, Trump is not a Nazi. Like, okay, I get it. He's a freaking, so trust me. Trust me. After that rally, I didn't think he was Hitler. Okay? It's never crossed my mind at all. We get it. Sorry for the rant, y'all. I'm sorry. But the cope of Trump is sweet and innocent is really getting on my nerves. It is.
His willingness to be grilled by people with whom he differs, if indeed he differs with Joe Rogan, but with others with whom he did, compared to hers, why did she refuse to go on is a more important question even than why did he agree to. We assume he will agree to. Anything that will give him exposure, he will allow himself to be subjected to questioning. She won't, for good reason. They say it was a mistake that she did not go on Joe Rogan. That is not correct. She is so intellectually unimpressive. Forget morally or politically. Just intellectually, she is so unimpressive. She could not handle it. And so she is better off not having appeared than having...
You believe that?
Oh, I absolutely believe it.
So you think if she went for 3 hours, what would have happened?
Oh, the the vapidness of her thinking process would be so clear that it would be as embarrassing, if not more so, than the Joe Biden appearance in the debate with Donald Trump.
Let me ask you
Okay,
this.
you know
Do you
what?
think she knows the meaning?
Okay, yeah. We get it. We're going to talk about the same talking points. I'm sorry. I'm over here still pissed off. Let's do another trick. Let's do something else. Hold on a second. Okay. Look, we already know. Look, the writing is certainly on the wall for. Hold on. What is this thing called? Rumble. The writing is certainly on the wall for Kamala, right? And I don't want to get too, I don't want to get too sure of things where I'm some big, hey, I'm not a prophet. But I mean, come on, right? Let me just see something real quick. I could be wrong. Okay, so when I pull up Rumble, right? Rumble, on their home screen, I don't see anything that perfect too, because it's not under me, right? It's not under me. However, they do have the people on the side that I normally watch, but it's not technically under me. But let's look at the people. Apparently Barstool. Let me see. I'm trying to see who gets to be on the front page. We'll do Kim Iverson. She's got 3.9 views going on. We got Glenn Greenwald on the front, right side broadcast. Well, I mean, this was the rally or whatever. This guy's thing is freaking me out. It's like, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna look up somebody. This guy did it. This guy did a live. 223,000 views 2 days ago. 165,000. 177,000. 202,000. This is just a clip. 34.8 thousand. 132,000. Right? Okay. Here, let me go look. Maybe. And then for anybody who's not watching, this is Nick Fuentes' Rumble page that I just went to. I'm sorry. This is not even the episode that I thought I would be doing today, but I'm just, man, okay. God bless her. Shout out to her that she can even pull these kind of views on her shows. Good for her. But she's on the front page, right? But still, shout out to her. Whatever, you get your bag. Nick is pulling more numbers without even being on the front page. Why is Nick not on the front page? Ask yourself that. And y'all will figure it out, right? So miss me. Please miss me with they didn't show the XYZ. The first three things wasn't the actual interview, because it still was seen by 35 million people. Right? Not to mention the people who are watching the clips. I'm not saying that censorship isn't happening, but I'm saying if y'all don't have the balls to call out your own, okay? Because Rumble is supposed to be your own, about putting things a certain way, or why is he not on? He's never on the front page, but he brings numbers to Rumble, okay? So if you can't call that out, I don't know. Like the same old tired, the left is coming for the right. Like, I'm so bored with it. He's not Hitler. Oh, we get it. Okay, we get it.
Think of the vapidness. Like, you think she knows what vapidness means?
Absolutely.
Because it took you.
She's not dumb, y'all. She just can't communicate. The girl, you cannot. So, all right, you know what? Okay, maybe today's just not a good day for me. Because I'm not a leftist, but I'm also not a gaslighter. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Kamala Harris is dumb. Kamala Harris had a program in California where she was putting away criminals, and they said, oh, she was arresting black people. I don't care about black people. They were criminals. If they're criminals and they're doing crime, they need to go to jail. I don't care what color they are. But she was also putting away people who were doing drugs. Instead of them being out in the streets freaking dying, she was putting them in involuntary drug rehab. Oh, but not everybody wants to get better. Well, but they got to get out the way. The kids got to go to school. We can't be crossing over bodies to get to school. And the right would actually like that. But, now we're going to act like Kamala's now somehow, she's just the dumbest thing ever, right? Okay, go ahead. Let's laugh.
2 words to start off with, a big word to say the vapidness.
You know why? It's funny. I love the word vapid for whatever reason, because I can't think of something that quite approximates the power of vapid. Vapid is an immense emptiness. It's emptiness to the third power.
Unsophisticated, right? Like
No, empty. It means literally,
vapid.
unsophisticated is a given. Yes, right. But that, you will find this fascinating. You could do it right now. Dennis Prager, Kamala Harris on CNN with Larry King, the late Larry King. When she was running for Attorney General of California, I was, by coincidence, I believe, on the same show with Larry King when CNN used to have me on a fairly regular basis.
Yeah, is this it?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, well,
and what happened? Tell us about it.
No, it was just so the issue arose about a same-sex couple adopting a kid, and I argued. Yeah, there she is. Yeah, I look much younger than she.
What year was this, Dennis?
Oh, I don't. It's a great
14 years
question.
ago. I just found
Is
out.
it 14 years ago?
Please,
Yeah,
I'll find it.
No, anyway, I just thought you'd find this event. The subject
Kept the same hairstyle for 14 years. By the way, guys, please don't forget the like and subscribe button and the notification bell. Thank you.
was the one that I remember, wherein I argued that if I were an adoption agency and I had two wonderful couples, same sex and then there was no same-sex marriage, and a married man and woman, I would give the child to the man and woman because I believe that all things being equal, and I kept emphasizing that, it is best for a child to have a mother and father. By the way, all the gay couples in my life, and I'm very close to a number, I'm the godfather of one of the couple's children, agree. It is the ideal is to have a mother and father. To deny that is just dishonest. So I said to her, I'm just curious, if you have a wonderful same-sex couple, wonderful heterosexual couple, and everything you know of is equivalent, what would your position be if you were an adoption agency? And she refused to answer the question. It was so fascinating to anybody listening that, well, I would need to know more.
Were you so impressed with her that you said one day she's going to run for president?
Amazing that you should have read my mind.
Did you ever? Were you like,
Yes.
oh my gosh, she's so impressive?
Listen, all right, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm not here to be, we could do the whole, like, oh, yeah, we're going to bust on Kamala. Listen, okay? Look, however everything goes, I already see that Kamala's not going to win, guys. Like, let's keep it real, all right? But I'm not a prophet, whatever. We'll see what happens. And it's all good, right? I just don't need to do this, right? But if people want to do this, they can do this. That's fun, right? We have problems in this country. Joe Rogan and Trump sat together for 3 hours as Israel was bombing Iran. I still don't know what's going on with me going to the Middle East. I heard all about Ukraine, but we still can't talk about that other subject, right? Okay. I'm sorry if I don't, just laugh at the same old jokes from 2 years ago when I'm looking like what's going on with our country in full reality. Okay? But hey, it is what it is, right? Of course she didn't answer that question. She's a Democrat. Any one of them would have did that. I don't think it's as fascinating as you think. I think it's actually more fascinating that you're so-called conservative, but you're godfathering a bunch of gay people's kids, right? Because I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't. You guys take that look, okay? We don't have to agree on everything, but my values are my values, and his values are his, right? These conservatives think that they are so above it all. I don't give myself these names anymore. I'm just somebody following the truth and common sense reality. But whatever. Rock out, Dennis Prager.